Hello, hello, hypnopeeps, everybody out there. It is I, Michael Brody, with another version of Michael Brody Presents Mindsight Hypnosis. Honored to have you all here on YouTube Live and on Facebook Live. It is a great thing to see you guys here. Very pumped up, very excited. Wowzer. If you are, this show is if you are for a newbie or if you are a seasoned professional, this show is for you. And of course, once again, I am putting in the link so you guys could talk to me and I can find out exactly who is here and who is not. We have Dennis Ridgway is in the house. And we have Felicia Palladino. Nice to see you. My two of my favorite, two of my favorite people. There are more favorite people, just so you know. I just want you to make sure you got that. But I'm very glad you guys are always down there supporting me. Thank you so very much. We got an interesting show for you today. It is we're going to be talking about the Performing Hypnosis Summit and all the fun things that went with it that happened this last weekend, including the world famous Dennis Ridgway. We're very happy to have him. Again, he did a seminar and was amazing. There were a lot of very good seminars, including Dennis's, including mine. I did mine on theatrical hypnosis, which is not done very often. But what is very interesting is I was talking to Colin, and I can't remember, all of a sudden, I can't remember Colin's last name. Dennis, help me out. What is Colin's last name, please? Give it to me, please. I would appreciate it. But I am looking, I can't remember his last name. Anyways, Colin uses a lot of theatrical hypnosis. And as I was also listening to Dan Goyette's seminar, I noticed that he also used a lot of theatrical terms too, like the rule of three and stuff like that. Now, we have a Facebook user here. I don't know you referring to my brother as cutie. I like that. Facebook user, is this Alan Brody? If it is, give it to me. Tell me that you are. I would appreciate it knowing, because all I see is Facebook user right now. And so we are going to be, like I said, we're going to be talking about the Hypnosis Summit. It was a wonderful time. The only problem I had was that I wasn't in Las Vegas, and would have had a much better time having all those fun times in Vegas too. But I had a great time at on my computer, watching all of the seminars. So we're going to talk a little bit of I got stop saying give it to me. Okay. I'm not saying that. I'm not sure who is, but okay. Anyway, so let's break up a little bit of what the Performing Hypnosis Summit is. It is a group of people, a group of hypnotists, stage hypnotists, comedy hypnotists, and these comedy hypnotists basically talk about different kinds of hypnosis. And the ones that I went to were very informative. I've learned some interesting things about, especially when the crap hits the fan. And I I learned about a very interesting thing called the syndicate, which really piqued my curiosity. Also, what piqued my curiosity with Richard Cole is that he did talk a lot about what people should be charging for each show. Now, depending on what part of the country you're from, the place kind of dictates, how much you should be asking for. But oh, this is Facebook equals my sister. This is my sister Cheryl. This is wonderful. Oh, hi Cheryl. It's nice to see you. Uh, so uh, so we're talking about uh, how much a hypnotist should be getting, and what was very interesting from my friend Richard Cole, he kind of talked about oh talking about that we should every year we should ask for 10% more than what we normally ask for. And if they don't like that idea, if the people who are hiring don't like that idea, you can always just go back to uh, the number before. And ladies and gentlemen, in the house is the world famous Paulette St. Louis. Hello, little baby bear Paulette. Nice to see you. We're talking about everything that happened in Las Vegas. And a lot of that stuff is going to probably come to Michigan. And so it's really, really incredible that people should go to all these different conventions to learn a little bit about it. And I will be seeing you in Detroit too. Yes, that's in September. Looking very much for that. Absolutely. So um, the so a lot of the people were talking about comedy hypnotists versus stage hypnotists. And a comedy hypnotist literally does comedy up on the stage, and he's a comedian doing hypnosis. He's not he's not he's not a hypnotist doing comic stuff. He's a comedian doing hypnosis. And I like that idea, and I've always liked that idea, and hence I use a lot of my uh, humor in my shows, and when I do seminars too. So that really really works out. But the most important thing is that you need to be yourself. You need to be act like yourself. You need to be confident at all times and doing these different things. So uh, these all these incredible people that I talked to uh, and saw in last weekend kind of basically stressed all those different points of view. And I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to see a lot more because I would have loved to. Hence me being there would have been a lot easier to do. So I do want to. Oh, Colin Chapman. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Colin Chapman is the person I'm talking about. And Colin Chapman is if you have never seen Colin Chapman, you really should. And you really should talk to him because he is literally a motivator, and he is uh, a person who just wants to create new things, always living on the edge. And I like that. I like that idea. And I always like to try those different kinds of things. So Colin Chapman is a good person to look up on YouTube and check him out and see what he's like. Uh, and he's the one who coined the phrase comedy hypnotist. And I've been using it ever since I heard him say that. And I I really do appreciate him talking about that and how important it is to be a comic and not just a hypnotist. So, because you're here to entertain people, that's what I'm here to do, entertaining people. So, speaking of entertaining people, I did want to tell you that we do have some commercials, and the commercials that we have are from people that you probably have met before. One of them was well, not that one. We'll try that again. One of them was a regular we had. Her name was Ida Fixation, and she's going to do a little bit of a.
Hello, this is Iris Fixation, and it's time for some delicious hotsy-totsy chocolate.
I'm hearing echoing a lot.
And yummy to the tummy treats.
All right, we're going to try this one again. Hold on. Hold on. This is very strange. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, we're not going to start this. Hold. Let me. I can't get that out. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to try this one over again as soon as it finishes. This is not fair. Yeah, this is not working now. Yeah, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm sorry about that. Again, I am not real good with yeah. I, Dennis, don't listen to this. Felicia, don't listen to this. Yes, I know, I know. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. So this is an embarrassing thing. I don't know what's going on here. Hold on. We're gonna try this one over again. If it just worked the way I wanted it to, I would feel so much better. Yes, yes, yes. Hold on. Yeah. Now we're gonna try it again, but this time we're gonna try it without the echo because I'm sure you guys heard a gigantic echo. So let's try this one more time, but this time by itself.
Hello, this is Iris Fixation, and it's time for some delicious hotsy-totsy chocolate. And yummy to the tummy treats. But before you can satisfy your cravings of your tummy, you need to think about delicious, dreamy desserts. Ooh, like this one. People sometimes ask me, how do you make a super duper snow cone? This is how. First you add the cone, then the super duper. Snow, that is. Now, to top it off, you need some delectable, delicious Dennis Ridgway desserts. You can tell they're Dennis Ridgway desserts because they have hair on them, not like Michael Brody. Also, for the finicky, fierce person, we have superfine Felicia fruit figs. Yum, yum. All this can be yours on the new Price is Right, or just by using your delicious imagination. Don't forget, stay creative. Back to you, Mike.
Okay. That was a lot better. Hopefully a lot funnier too. So the reason why I did that is because one of the anecdotes that Colin Chapman did is he started talking about how to do an interesting introduction to a comedy hypnosis show just without really doing an introduction, but more like using people's imagination right at the start without even explaining what hypnosis is. And as long as they can use their as long as they can use their imagination, imagination is the key to the whole thing. So the reason why I say that is because we have another commercial right over here speaking about imagination. Now, some people might have seen this before, but if you have, then you have. And if you haven't, you haven't. But here it is right here.
Imagination. Welcome to the Imagination Institute, just for your mind. Here at the Imagination Institute, we only listen to one rock band, REM, Rapid Eye Movement. Why? Not
I don't
because of
know
a
why this is
bicycle.
happening.
No. Not because of a tricycle. No.
I
Because of
apologize,
the
people.
sleep cycle. As you look at the sleep cycle, this is what we learned here at the Imagination Institute. This is where you learn how to heal your body and your mind.
Is it echoing for
With the
you
help
too?
of the fantastic Bureau of Imagination, we can show you how to set your imagination and your ideas free to make an imagination theater movie for your mind. Imagination. When you're hypnotized, you're using your right brain, the creative imagination part. We at the Imagination Institute can show you how this is done. It's not rocket science, people. It's pure imagination. Imagination. How do you get all this wonderful stuff from the fantastic Bureau of Imagination? It's quite simple. All you have to do is sleep and imagine and dream. Have fun. Pleasant imaginations from us to you.
Okay, so it did not repeat. I mean, you guys didn't hear any kind of echoing at all? Everybody was good with that? Maybe it's just on my computer. Maybe I have something going on with that. Interesting. Okay, so you're talking about imagination, and if you can have imagination, you can be hypnotized. That's all you need. And when you have imagination, imagination is the key to using hypnosis and relaxing. And I was very fortunate to do a theater show. In fact, I'm doing a couple theater shows right now. And one of the theater shows I did, I actually hypnotized a person. And I decided I wanted them to come on to the show and to be on for person on the street. In case you don't know, if you're new to the show and don't know what person on the street is basically I ask a question, and that question is usually based around hypnosis. And sometimes they know the answer and sometimes they make it up. And it's always interesting to find out what their interpretation of hypnosis is. So let's find out what this person says. This guy's name is Plum. With Michael Brody Presents Mindsight Hypnosis, and I'm here with
Plum.
Hey Plum, how are you today?
Pretty good.
Excellent. Plum, we have a hypnosis question for you, and it's very simple, but we wanted to ask you just a couple questions. First of all, have you ever been hypnotized before?
Yeah, I have like about 3-4 years ago.
3 or 4 years ago. Okay. Plum, if you could tell people if they've never been hypnotized, what do you think what does hypnosis feel like?
It's kind of like it's kind of like you know what's happening yet you don't know. Like you're aware in the situation, but it's like I don't know how to explain it.
No, that's perfect. That's exactly how to explain
like you know, but you don't know.
Perfect. And that's exactly what I was, and you're absolutely right. It's like a waking daydream.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much. You're very, very smart. I very appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anything you want to say before you go?
To people who think they can't be hypnotized, I would not underestimate them.
I would not.
Also come see Jesus Christ Superstar. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. All right.
But yeah, don't underestimate.
Don't underestimate me. Okay. Take care, guys. We'll see you later. Bye. Okay. So he was plugging a show that I'm directing. So we're doing Jesus Christ Superstar over here in Michigan, and I'm going to be directing it and probably in it. So and Karen, my wife, is in it, and we're going to have lots of fun. But it's usually asking people what hypnosis is, especially if they've never experienced it before. They always usually get freaked out. But Plum has been, and yes, his name is Plum. Plum has been hypnotized by me before, so he knows what it feels like and fun stuff like that. So speaking of hypnosis and imagination, one of the things that I want to that I like to do, because when me being again a comedy hypnotist, is even though I have certain suggestions, I never know how the crowd, let alone the volunteers, let alone the crowd, are going to react, and so I kind of play off of that too. Depending on how big of a crowd it is. Now, what you're about to see, is was a seminar, and not many people came up to volunteer, but there were a lot of people in the audience. So you'll hear a lot of laughter, but you won't see a lot of people up there. I think maybe four people are up there. So you'll see this whole situation come out here. But the more they get into it, the more fun they have. So let me try that again. There we go. So, and I'm still getting used to the, again, I'll keep saying this, I'm still trying to get used to the engineering part of this whole process. So this is called Play That Piano, and here's what it's about. Listen carefully. On the count of three, you realize you all have a chance to win $20,000. You all have a chance to win $20,000, and here's how you can win it. On the count of three, you're all going to sit up in your chairs, eyes closed, and realize you can see. I want you to imagine a gigantic piano in front of you. As you see this gigantic piano in front of you, you realize, oh my gosh, you are in the finals of the world's greatest piano playing contest. World's greatest piano playing contest. Now don't worry if you don't know how to play piano, it's okay, because this is the magical piano. Whatever note you play, whatever key you press, it's always the correct note. So the judges are not looking to see how well you can play, the judges are looking to see how creative you can play, how enthusiastic you can play. The more enthusiastic you can play, the more money you can make. You can make $20,000, but you gotta be more creative, more enthusiastic than the other people in the contest. So on the count of three, when you hear the music, everybody sits up with their eyes closed. You can see the piano in front of you. Everybody starts to play the piano. On the count of three, here it comes. 1, 2, and 3. Everybody sit up, eyes closed, start to play the piano now. Now, the more you play the piano, the creative. Yes, the more creative. Exactly. The more it's a perfect way to play the piano. Keep going. Because the more creative you play, the more money you can make. $20,000 can be yours, but you've got to play way more creative than everybody else. And there's one person that is way more creative. In fact, judges want to see how creative you can be. On the count of three, everybody play the piano with your elbows. 1, 2, 3 now, with your elbows. There you go, with your elbows. Nice! Nice. No, not many people can play like that. On the count of three, play the piano with your nose. 1, 2, 3 with your nose. With your nose. There you go. Nice. On the count of three, everybody play the piano with your ears. Both ears. And your nose. And your elbows. All at the same time. You're almost there. Who's going to win that? On the count of three, everybody goes deep asleep, melting away. 1, 2, and 3, sleep. Looks like he's in the crash position. Okay. Eyes closed. Okay, I keep asking this. Are you sure you guys don't hear an echo? Because my Lord, it is crazy on my end. And as long as you guys don't hear an echo, I'm good to go. As long as you guys hear one of each and everything, we're good to go. Anyways, you noticed that everybody was wearing a mask at that time. That was back in 2021, near the end of the year. And everybody was, no, it was 2022, when that happened. And so it was a very interesting time because you can't see anybody's expression at all. But I'm always trying to get the people to get involved, to have a lot of fun, and the way to do that is to literally appeal to your audience's funny bone, and to appeal to their uh, energy. So you have to pump them up all the time, and it's your job to get them excited. To your job to want them to have fun, because there's nothing like a boring hypnotist who just stands there in one place and doesn't do anything, and people are already asleep when they're not even up on stage yet. So we want to make sure that everybody is really, really excited, really, really pumped up, and hopefully one of these days, I know that Dennis has seen me live, and I know Paula has seen me live. I'm not sure if Cheryl or Felicia have seen me do hypnosis live, but I would love people to come and see me open shows. And I'm always willing to try new things. Hence, me working with. Okay, so it, it's a wonderful, incredible feeling, and it really does hypnotist as well as the crowd. Cheryl is not here. So are you, Felicia? Are you on two different? You on Facebook and YouTube Live, or is Alan there too? I'm trying to figure out who this is. Now you got me curious. So who is this? Is this Shay as in? Oh, this is Cheyenne. Oh my gosh, it's Cheyenne. I didn't know you were on this. Hi, Cheyenne, and Felicia Brody's there too. Yes, I know you were there, Felicia. But Cheyenne, I am so honored to have you here. This is so amazing. I'm pumped up. I'm just simply pumped up. Now I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do a couple of shows. Speaking of a couple of shows, I have a show coming up Wednesday, South Lyon, Michigan. I am doing a seminar. And I just got there's a website, just so you know, there's a website that some of us hypnotists go on, and it's called the Bash, and that's how we sometimes we get gigs. And I offered to do a show in Wisconsin, which could be fun, for a nice amount of money. We'll see what happens there if they accept my bid. Well, I'm looking forward to going over there and seeing what but that's like a 7-hour drive, so it should be very interesting. Anyways, I'm so one of the things that Richard Cole talked about is creating a syndicate. I would love to create a syndicate, which basically, if people who don't know what that is getting entertainers, not necessarily people who are hypnotists, but entertainers who basically cost about the same amount much as you do, and kind of being our own agents to each other, but not asking for money, but just doing basically working on referrals. And that is a great way to keep going. And I love that idea. I just got to find people around Michigan that I can do that with. We're going to find out and see if I can find that. All right. I'm looking at the clock. I notice it is 7:31 right now. As much as you guys would love to stick around, I have to find some more fun stuff for next week's show. And hopefully we'll have Hypno Man on and some more people on the street and fun stuff like that. So listen, I hope you all had a wonderful time. You guys are all freaking amazing. Please spread the news about this show Monday nights, 7 p.m. I look forward to seeing everybody. Bye, everybody. You guys take care. Once again, you are all freaking amazing. And I'd like to leave you with a little bit of little words of wisdom that Buckaroo Banzai used to say. And just remember this. Wherever you go, there you are. Take care, guys.